Good morning. Y'all join me in the invocation this morning. Heavenly Father, we're thankful for this day. We're always grateful for an opportunity to serve you and our community. We pray, Lord, today that you would give us wisdom and direction on how to properly run the county's business. We want to be good stewards over what you've given us. Father, we're thankful for people in our community that serve you and honor you and are a blessing to others here in our community. We ask you to keep your hand upon them, bless and encourage them as they go. Father, thank you for all you do for us today. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Join me in the pledge to the United States flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now the Texas pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Y'all may see. This morning, our first thing we'd like to recognize a retirement of one of our very own, Denise Lee. Where did you go, Denise? There she is. Denise, we are excited for you. We're appreciative of you for your service to the county. Grateful for all you've done for, it's not just kids, their extension offices for adults and farmers and schools and then kids, and I mean it's a lot, and you've been doing it for 16 years. That's amazing, and we're appreciative and grateful to you, so thank you. We wish you the very best in your retirement and just hope you enjoy it and don't be a stranger. If you'd like to come up, yeah. And we're not done honoring folks this morning. We've got a husband and a wife team that we want to honor, and I'd like to ask Miss Velma McLaughlin to come up and introduce them, please.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm Velma McLaughlin. I'm the Executive Assistant and HR Officer at Karnak ISD. And I'm probably going to have to apologize for this, but the couple that is going to be honored today is Mr. and Mrs. Polk. I found out that he wasn't able to make it to his graduation, and I called the judge's office and we set this up for you to be honored here. We have several guests here, family members, board members, staff at Karnak ISD, and family. I have my superintendent here, Angela Fitzpatrick, and Principal James Demrick. If y'all both stand, please. And while Ms. Fitzpatrick gets Mr. Polk ready, come up and give us a award.
Look at that. Ooh, that's a PhD, isn't it? Wow. tell you, it's impressive to see anybody continuing their education, but we especially like to see our young folks like Mr. Polk here getting his PhD.
So he had no idea. I told him he was going to give me a award this morning.
Oh, no.
I told him, I said, Mr. Combs, you know, I have no family, my mom and dad not here, and I said, it would mean the world to me for you to come up, and he's a minister, and I've been lying so long. Oh, thank you for giving me for this.
After she said it about 3 or 4 times, I knew something. What's going on?
As good as I thought I was.
But it was good. Love you. Respect you for that.
Mr. Polk, it's an honor for me to get to do this and get to be a part. This is a PhD, a Doctor of Philosophy, and specifically in theology. And that tells me that your intent here is to be a minister. And I suspect you've been ministering. I don't know you personally, but I guarantee you this is not something new that's going on. You just put the icing on the cake here. And anyway, we know what it is to serve, and you're serving your community. We know you have been, and grateful to get to honor you today for this accomplishment. Your hard work, sweat, tears, all that have gone into this as a family. We're glad to get to be a part of this and to honor you today. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Along those same lines, Providence Christian University has also honored Miss Octavia Polk with a Lifetime Achievement Award, the same award that they've also given to Dr. Polk. So we've got 2 other recognitions also from Providence Christian. So it's not just Dr. Polk, it's the family that they're honoring. We're glad to honor y'all too today.
Thank you.
You bet. That's a good picture. And if you have something to say, I'd be happy to hear from you guys too. All right. Congratulations again.
Let me say I know Dr. and Ms. Polk personally. They have been to People's Missionary Baptist Church on several occasions. And when we didn't have a pastor, they just stepped right in. And to make sure that things would go right at our church. And let me tell you, they wasn't only just the pastor, they was the parents to us young people. And we want to say thank you, we appreciate you and things that first job was at the City of London as a janitor. And this is where I met my beautiful wife. And the first summer I was working there, she came to work there, she was a student at Prairie View. And I went home and I told my brothers I hadn't said anything to her. I said, I'm gonna marry that girl. I'm still bashful, but I was so bashful I didn't say anything, but anyway, we got together, we've been married for 61 years.
All right.
Worked at Lockheed Martin, General Dynamics, Continental National Bank. Went TCJC, graduated from there, TCU, graduated from there. Went to the Bible Institute of Dallas. Didn't graduate, I had a year left, and was graduated from there. But she's been by my side. Pastoring church, we've been working and pastoring, and every pastoralship we've been to, someone invited us to be there. I never went seeking to pastor. There with again, I went to Mount Zion. The lady told me the first day I was there as a guest. She said, "You gonna be our next pastor?" I said, "Hold it. Not so fast. I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to run upon the pastor." But anyway, we were blessed to be there. We're still associated with that church. And now I'm pastoring Mount Ridge Baptist Church in Conneaut, Texas. And it's just good to be back home. We've been back home for 20 years. And it was just a blessing to be here. And we have 4 children. My daughter, she was the first doctor in the family. She's a doctor of dentistry. And we had 2 girls. She and the youngest daughter, she passed in 2016. So we from breast cancer. We have a son that's he's the deputy police chief in Arlington, Texas. He's a Dr. Polk. His wife worked for the private school district. She's a Dr. Polk. So God has blessed our family. And we are grateful to have our youngest son here. He's sitting there. He's back in school and he's working. And my granddaughter is there with him here. So, and thanks to the Conneaut District, Conneaut School District, they've always loved me and been there for me. We're just grateful. Thank you.
Guys, we're going to continue with our Christmas board meeting. It's not all that much fun. You're welcome to stay. Don't need to rush off if you don't want to. But if y'all would like to, we can use our jury room if you want to hang out and visit a little bit before we go. Happy to have y'all. Thank y'all for coming.
That's pretty special. I liked his, he's expert.
Yeah.
How many times have you presented?
That and one more will be 2.
Yeah, you did good too. Great
Thank you.
job.
Thank you. Nothing major, just a little quick read there.
Quick read.
Just a couple of other announcements right quick. We got a thank you note from the Boys and Girls Club for our contribution to their efforts. It was very nice, and I'm sharing it here with the commissioners. We appreciate that. Also, our next meeting is going to be New Year's Eve. December 31. If you have any, whatever you need to submit to the court, we really need it by tomorrow to get our agenda prepared. So there's that. Nothing like a little rush to start your day off with. Any other announcements or comments? We have a quorum present and voting today. Present Precinct 1, Commissioner Hatfield. Precinct 2 is Commissioner Timmons. Sims presiding. Precinct 3 is Commissioner Coos, and Precinct 4 is Commissioner Ebarb. It is 9:20 a.m. We'll call our county court to order. It's a regular meeting of the Harrison County Commissioners Court here on the 18th day of December 2025. We're in the Commissioners Courtroom in the historic courthouse in Marshall, Texas. Our first item today comes from our auditor. These are financial reports.
No, sir.
This is line item transfers.
Yes, sir.
Item number 1, consideration and approval regarding line item transfers.
Transferring $1,550 between line items.
Is there a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hatfield, second by Commissioner Timmons. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes 5-0. Item number 2 is consideration and approval of payment of regular bills.
Requesting payment of $639,783.20.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Timmons, second by Commissioner Hatfield. Any questions or comments on our expenses? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes 5-0. Number 3 is consideration and approval of payroll for December 5th, 2025.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Hatfield, second by Commissioner Ebarb. Any questions on our payroll? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
And Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
And thank you for getting it brighter in here. I can actually see my report, so I appreciate
Good,
that.
good. That's thanks to our maintenance staff. They changed out all those light bulbs, and you can really tell a difference in here. It's good. Next up, Road and Bridge. Morning, Mr. Powell.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. I'll start off just by giving an update on where we're at. We're, like we've talked before, we're in our off-season mode. We're doing a lot of overlay patchwork. We're taking the opportunity of the weather to trim some trees, collect a lot of the debris that's on the side of the road, some litter, some dumping, mattresses, that kind of thing. And our mechanic shop is taking the opportunity to do a lot of the PM work on our trucks and equipment, not only to keep it running for this time of year, but to get it ready for next construction season once we get hot and heavy into that business. So we're doing well, all things moving forward, so good things to report on that note.
On the last meeting, we discussed one of the county roads that people was having problems trying to get to the cemetery, and I think we was hoping that you would contact someone about a new mixture that they could use. Have you contacted them as of?
I have not done that directly because the first thing I need to do is, after I drove it last Friday, there's 2 or 3 spots that are holding water that I want to take some samples of just to see what the soil condition might be like, because I don't want to use a binder and find out it's not the right mixture. So I need to take them first week of January, get them over to the lab, figure out what that soil makeup is, and then that will lead me into having that discussion with that sales gentleman from that binder company to see what their product would be the best fit, if it's not a Portland cement fit. If it needs to be something different. So that's first steps.
If they would do their own sampling and the road not turn out the way they said it's supposed to turn out, then everything would be on them. Instead of coming back to you saying, well, you said this and it didn't work out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if they step into that world.
Okay.
I think they take our results and then say, all right, here's the right product from us that would do what you want to accomplish. Strengthen up the base, reduce the dust, keep the aggregate where it belongs. Those kind of parameters. They're going to match it up to whatever our soil results tell them. So I just want to confirm that we're going the right direction before we do the expense and the time to do something and then have it not perform the way we all want it to. So.
All right, thanks.
And I have spoken with Reverend Pettaway earlier this week, as well as the email that I sent out last week, just confirming we received their document, what my plan is, what my schedule is, how we're thinking of approaching it. So I'll keep him up to date as well as you, all of you, as to where we're at, what our next step is, and what when the final results will happen as well.
Great, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
On to item number 1, this is consideration and approval of personnel changes for Harrison County Road and Bridge.
Yes, we had no new hires. We've had 2 range and step changes, title and promotions. One gentleman we moved from equipment operator to senior equipment operator, and then another gentleman we put onto the boom axe, as that's a constant work we need to be done. And then we've had 1 resignation that occurred on December 2nd. So that reduces, I believe, our full-time staff is 42, the full-time vacancies are 12. As you recall, last court, we talked about the difficulties we're all facing trying to fill them. We've got some ideas and plans, and I'm going to get with Sherilyn, starting next year to figure out how we can help this somehow, some way. So that's where we're currently at.
Very good. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Timmons, second by Commissioner Coos. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes 5-0. We had no utility applications on number 2s. We'll skip to number 3. This is consideration and action to approve the pre-bid lease purchase of 4 dump trucks through the Texas Interlocal Purchasing System and to authorize county judge to execute any and all documents related to said lease purchase agreement for Road and Bridge Department, subject to acceptance of necessary financial agreement.
So this is our regular program where we lease our large dump trucks. It allows us to stay in new equipment. We use them before they become problem children, before they start to break down normally. It allows us to have new equipment, allows the guys to be confident that when they get in it, it's going to run right, it's going to do the job that we need to do. The price and cost for all this is included in the current budget, so that's covered that way. This is a real functional process and system for the road and bridge over the years. It's something we're going to continue to do. We're going to look at other options for other equipment, see what's out there, because the leasing trend in our world has become more popular than outright buying and maintaining stuff for 25 years. So we're going to continue this trend, but it's been very effective.
Seems like a great idea to get trucks in, use them for about a year, and I mean, they're not even out of warranty, and you're getting
Right.
new trucks already,
Right.
so super. Is there a motion to approve this pre-bid lease purchase of 4 dump trucks?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ebarb, second by Commissioner Timmons. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes 5-0. Number 4 is consideration and approval of the county maintenance certification as of December the 18th, 2025 for Harrison County Road and Bridge Department.
So this is an update we do on a regular basis for our road inventory. We meet with our surveyor who keeps our map inventory book for us. We had 2 small changes. County Route 3433, Amos Road in Precinct 3, the end portion of the roadway was closed approximately 200 feet in 2024. And then County Route 1144, Riley Road in Precinct 1, the last 353.8 feet was closed. It turned into a cul-de-sac. So we made those adjustments in the total mileage. And then we had a number of private roads added to the inventory, but that does not affect the county's maintenance mileage total. 3 of them in Precinct 4, 2 of them in Precinct 1, and 1 in Precinct 3. So after all that, the certified county mileage as of December 18th was 738.054 miles. That's centerline miles.
Very good. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hatfield, second by Commissioner Coos. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes 5-0. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next up from our Sheriff's Department. Morning, Sheriff.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. There you go.
We don't have an administrative report unless you want to give an
No,
update.
no, sir, I just came in case there's any questions about the
Very good.
cloud gavel.
Item number 1 is consideration and action regarding the approval of the proposal in the amount of $2,500 with Cloud Gavel for the Harrison County Sheriff's Office for access to the Cloud Gavel electronic warrant solution based on an annual allowance of 150 warrants for year one and with an annual subscription fee upon each contract term renewal, contingent upon a full executed master agreement between Harrison County and Cloud Gavel. Do you want to tell us kind of what all this does for you, Sheriff?
There's also what we called about the other day, the one-time implementation fee of $1,000, which we called over about. Anyway, Cloud Gavel basically allows a judge to sign a warrant via the cloud. In other words, instead of trying to track them down or go to their house or have them come back in town at night or whatever they're doing, they can do it from their Cloud Gavel. So it's already been installed in all of our judges' offices. And the PD, I think, took off with it last week. Long story short, for instance, we have Judge Moore sign most of our felony warrants because they'll be held in his court anyway. And in doing that, if he's out of town or he's gone to a conference or he's, for some reason, not available at the moment, you can still get to him and he can sign it and send it back to you via the cloud and not have to circumvent or go chase other people down to try and figure out who can sign it. Very good system, very efficient system, and it seems to be the new wave of up and coming, so that we're just getting on board.
Super. And we did have that.
And all of our agencies in the county will, I'm sure, follow suit with everything else.
What do you mean by that? We'll
The PD's already on it, we'll be on it. Hallsville and Wascom, I'm sure they're already talking to us about them getting on it. And,
Good.
I'm sure DPS will follow as well. I don't know why they wouldn't.
This is fairly inexpensive for something like that.
Not bad for the annual on it isn't bad at all, no.
Very good.
150 warrants, does that fit into what you're pushing through?
That's what we're gonna try. We're gonna see how it goes. We never really kept a log. This thing will keep a log of how many is going through. I think it'll be close to that.
I imagine it steps up, that's our threshold.
If we have to, we'll have to go up next year, but I don't know that we'll need to. We both started at 150 to see how that goes, and hopefully we'll stay within that. And if crime is not too bad, then we'll be able to stay there. But I think it'll vary up and down year to year. I don't know that there's an actual constant for it, but.
Good enough. Any other questions or comments about this Cloud Gavel contract for the sheriff's office? Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Coos, second by Commissioner Ebarb. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes 5-0. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank y'all.
Next up, County Clerk, this is consideration and approval of the transcribed minutes of the Commissioners' Court meeting on December 4th, 2025. Any questions or comments? Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Timmons, second by Commissioner Ebarb. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you, Ms. Hennigan, for preparing those for us. Next up is our treasurer. Morning, Ms. Rushing.
Good morning.
Item number 1 is consideration and approval of the quarterly fees paid to the state comptroller by the county treasurer for July 1st through September 30th, 2025.
For the third quarter 2025, July through September, we paid civil fees to the state of $26,978.49. We retained $6.47. For criminal fees report, we paid the state $116,216.28. We were able to retain $22,089.32. For the electronic filing report, we paid the state $120.15. And specialty court report, we paid the state $165 for a total paid to the state of $143,479.92, retaining a total of $22,095.79, with a grand total of $165,575.71.
Thank you for keeping up with that and keeping our money all that we can. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Hatfield, second by Commissioner Timmons. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes 5-0.
I echo Becky's
statement about the lights. It makes it much
Good.
better,
Good.
seeing the numbers on the reports.
We're glad it was such an easy fix, just
It
brighter LED bulbs did it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
We need to make our maintenance guys get in here so we can thank them.
I will send that along to
Pass it
them,
along.
and hope each and every one of you have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, you too. Next up from purchasing. Morning, Ms. Haynes.
Commissioners,
Item number 1 is consideration and approval of items declared surplus.
Yes, sir. This is part of our cleanup. One of them is a trade-in from the adult probation. They traded their old 2012 vehicle in on a new one. And then we had one lease exchange. And the others are the air filters and a couple of copiers. The air filters we're going to put into the auction that we're planning having coming up in the spring. And if the copiers work, we'll put them in there too, so.
Okay. Thank you for continuing to clean up our old stuff. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Timmons, second by Commissioner Coos. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes 5-0. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next up, under new business, item number 1 is consideration and action regarding the approval of the request by Madison Hood, who's the chair of our Harrison County Sexual Assault Response Team, to combine Harrison County and Gregg County units for the Sexual Assault Response Team meetings. Good morning, Ms. Hood.
Good morning. How are y'all?
We're good. Thank you.
Good. The chief deputy in Gregg County approached me probably 2-3 weeks ago. It has not been long, and wanted to speak about combining our SART teams. So I've sent you all that documentation. I think it would be beneficial. A lot of our community members are the same in Gregg and Harrison County, since they are so close together. But I am here if you have any questions about that.
I wasn't familiar with all the details of the sexual assault response team, so just some highlights from your notes I kind of put together. This was required by the 87th legislature for all counties to do this, to form this team. Its purpose is to support victims and to prosecute criminals. And it requires processes and procedures, plus working with various agencies in our area. Several of these agencies already work across county lines, like Christus, Good Shepherd, the Women's Center of East Texas, Community Health Corps, and the Martin House. They're already working with us and Gregg County.
Correct.
And so I think part of your idea, and I think it's great, is to not make them all go to a Gregg County meeting. Then they all come to a Harrison County meeting, when we could combine these things, and hopefully there's probably some best practices that come out of this, things that they're doing or we're doing that
Yes, sir.
we can adjust to and make even better.
And so far, we've spoken about meeting twice over here and then twice over there to make it fair and convenient. And Ms. Brady's here from Community Health Corps. She's one of the partner agencies too, so I'm hoping it will make it easier on them as well. Instead of having to meet 8 times a year, making it
Sure.
a little more with what we can work with.
Very good. Well, thank you for bringing this to us and serving our residents better and more efficiently. You guys have any questions or comments about this approval to, and I guess Gregg County has to approve it also?
Yes, sir. I
And then
believe-
y'all work out the details?
I believe that is going on their agenda in January.
Okay, very good. Any other questions or comments from you guys? Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second. Motion by Commissioner Timmons, second by Commissioner Ebarb. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes 5-0. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, item number 2 is consideration and action regarding the approval of the America 250 Commission 4th of July 2026 drone light show deposit payment of $25,000 due and payable immediately upon approval to Roar Over Texas, to be paid from line item 100.695.4499.10, which is sundry with the remaining balance due and payable no later than 30 days prior to the event by any participating party of said event. You guys know, we started early on this. We've been working on the America 250 project so that we can have a great celebration here in Harrison County. We've got a committee that we've appointed, and they've been working to put this together. We budgeted last year, we put $25,000, actually more than that, into our sundry to pay for some of these items. That board is also looking to raise funds from other entities around, donations and what have you, to make it an even better event. So today, this deposit is due and payable to Roar over Texas for them to get us on their calendar and prepare for a great drone show. In downtown, we've tried fireworks, so many historic buildings. It's difficult to find a spot and place to do it safely. We're hoping drones will take care of that problem. It'll be a really neat thing to see. First time that I know of that it's been done in Marshall. And of course, fireworks are good, but I think you'll enjoy drones as well. Are there any questions or comments about this drone show for the America 250 Commission? If not, is there a motion to approve?
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Are we the only agency participating in this, or is there multiple?
Well, the city of Marshall is on the board as well. Yes, sir.
So they're on the board, but aren't they pitching in?
They may. I'm not sure what they budgeted or planned for. And part of that is my fault, I suppose. We didn't put them on the board initially. They weren't on that board. They didn't have a seat, and they felt like they were left out. And I had a discussion with them. It was because a previous city manager had no interest. So if they weren't interested, they obviously didn't get a board seat. So they are now. And that they see the value. I mean, it's going to be, you guys, some of y'all are old enough to remember 1976 like me, or a bicentennial.
We've slept since.
It was a pretty big deal around here in 1976. And anyway, I think it'll be a big one again. I mean, this is no small landmark for our nation, and communities all over the country are going to be celebrating, and we're trying to make it as good as we can here for Harrison County. Any other questions or comments? Is there a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Timmons, second by Commissioner Hatfield. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
I'm going to abstain from voting on this one.
We have one abstention and 4 in favor. Motion passes 4-0 with 1 abstention. Item number 3 is consideration and approval of the acceptance of the resignation of Randy LaFall from the Community Health Corps Board and the approval of his replacement to be Zephaniah Timmons, our Commissioner Precinct 2, to be effective January 1st, 2026.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hatfield, second by Commissioner Ebarb. Any questions, comments? Commissioner, I appreciate you being willing to and interested enough to do this. The Community Health Corps serves a lot of folks here in our county. And Ms. Brady, I appreciate you coming up today as well. We appreciate what y'all do for us, and look forward to having you on that board.
Thank
You have any comments, Ms. Brady?
Judge and Commissioners, just wanted to say thank you for appointing Randy LaFall for the last 7 years to represent our board in Harrison County. We cover 9 counties in the state of Texas, as you know, but my heart is here in Harrison County, so I appreciate those that represent our board here in Harrison County that are very active. And Commissioner Timmons, I'm very excited to have you a part of that and look forward to working with you closely to see how we can better serve the people in our community. Thank you.
Thank you. And I should have noted, Mr. LaFall, Harrison County resident, he was chairman of the board, very active in Community Health Corps, really doing a lot of good work for the region, but also for Harrison County. He's Harrison County boy, grew up in the Legion Fields community, and we're thankful for his service.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I gave Commissioner Timmons my phone number earlier, and I said, call me anytime, because that's what
Good.
Mr. LaFalle would do. And he said, this is what I see in our community, this is what we need, and so let's get on it. So,
Good,
yeah,
good. Thank you very much. All right, we got a motion and a second. Any other questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes 5-0. Number 4 is consideration and action regarding the approval of the 25-26 annual contracts and payments as allotted in the 25-26 budget as follows. The Historical Society, Harrison County CASA, ESD number 2, the American Red Cross, Cypress Valley Navigation District, and the Children's Advocacy Martin House, and ESD 3. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hatfield, second by Commissioner Timmons. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes 5-0. Number 5 is consideration and action regarding the approval to move the Commissioners Court scheduled meeting to be held on Thursday, January the 1st, 2026, which is an approved county holiday, back to Wednesday, December 31, 2025, 9 a.m. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hatfield, second by Commissioner Ebarb. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes 5-0. Number 6 is consideration and approval of the contract with East Texas Council of Governments to utilize the OOG grant, I think that's Office of the Governor grant, number DF 1714, titled Regional Evaluation Services for Juvenile RESFJ money. This contract is used to use grant money to aid the department with expenses accrued for psychological evaluation, psychiatric evaluation, substance abuse counseling, or testing supplies contingent upon execution by EDCOG. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ebarb, second by Commissioner Coos. Any questions or comments? This was brought to us by Melanie Whitehurst in our juvenile department, a grant that she'd come across. I think we might have had this in the past, and she went back after it again to support the kids in her program. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes 5-0. Number 7 is consideration and approval of the following donations for Harrison County Employee Family Night. So these were things donated to the county for our employee night, and Ms. Johnston, I have to tell you, it was a great night. I heard lots of positive comments. Thank you for putting that together. Very well done. People, they were thanking me, and I said, there's no need to thank me. It was Sherilyn that put all this together, and your staff. And they also went a step further and said, well, thank you for what you did out at the ag farm too. That was a good time. It is nice to get together and not be all county business all the time. So it was a great time last evening, a couple months ago. Thank you for doing those things.
I hope you're working on those events for next year already.
While she's coming, I can tell you that a lady from the city came by and said, hey, we're putting together the calendar for next year. Do you want us to add y'all kind of the same slot? I said, you might as well. We'd be happy to do
Yeah,
it. So.
you know, you never know how an event is going to turn out. This was, the Wonderland Night was new to the county, and we were hoping for 300 plus, and we gave out over 600 wristbands, and some did not need the wristband, so we had a really great crowd. I saw a lot of kids smiling and employees having fun with their families, and so that to me was a successful event. And we couldn't have done it without the maintenance staff and purchasing. Both events they were heavily involved in, and we definitely appreciate their help and input.
Absolutely. We sure do too. Thank y'all. So how about a motion to accept these donations? And then let me just read. That was B&K Solutions. That's Bernie Shaw donated $100 for hot chocolate. We had an anonymous donor for $280 worth of ballpark franks. Williams Construction donated $85 for hot dog buns. A1 Plumbing, $85 for hot dog buns. And we had another anonymous donor, $80 for nachos. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ebar, second by Commissioner Timmons. Any questions, comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes 5-0. Item number 8 is consideration and approval of the payment to Ronnie's Paint and Body Shop invoice number 0DC6B758 in the amount of $9,003.55 for the repair of Unit 12979. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Timmons, second by Commissioner Ebarb.
Is this an insurance payment?
It is, and typically we wouldn't have this, it should be a standard expense if it had been handled properly. The problem we ran into here is Sheriff's Office got this fixed before going through purchasing and filing an insurance claim. So we're doing all this after the fact, and I'll visit with the Sheriff's Office and make sure they understand. They know the proper procedures, and I just got busy and didn't do it, but
Will the insurance still cover it?
they are, and thanks to Darla and Becky getting after putting everything together and handling it. Ma'am?
Less the deductible.
Less the deductible, yeah.
How much?
They're gonna pay $8,003.55.
We got a $1,000 deductible. We got a motion and a second. Any other questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes 5-0. Number 9 is consideration and approval of the interlocal agreement between Harrison County and Marshall Harrison County Health District to include the modification to the original cooperative agreement to address issues relating to functions being carried out for third parties by the district as an independent contractor in the amount of $68,940 annually, with said funds used to pay the cost for staff salaries, trainings, supplies, suitable offices, equipment, health and clinic centers, etc., to be effective October 1, 2025, and shall terminate September 30th, 2026. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hatfield, second by Commissioner Ebarb. This is the same agreement as last year. This is our agreement with the health district. We support this equally as does the city, and their primary purpose is giving out vaccines to low-income folks, making sure their kids are ready for school, that kind of thing, and they do a lot of other health-related events. And we're especially helpful. We leaned on them. They carried the torch through all of the COVID issues. That was Dr. Paul is chairman of our board. He's also our chief doctor for the district, and we relied on them to help us through COVID-19. So this is just renewing our same old agreement with them. We have a motion and a second. Any other questions or comments?
The dollar amount's the same?
Dollar amount's the same, yes, sir. This plus the city gives an equal dollar amount, same money. They also go after grants to run their office, so they can't do it just on that. Would be about almost $140,000. It takes more than that, but the state pitches in too. Anything else? We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes 5-0. Item number 10 is consideration and action regarding the approval of the interlocal agreement for economic development support services between Marshall Economic Development Corporation and Harrison County, Texas, in the amount of $25,000 to be paid from line item 100.695.4563.10. That's economic development. That's our line item to provide economic development support and advisory services to strengthen business recruitment, retention, strategic planning efforts, and economic development outcomes within Harrison County. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ebarb, second by Commissioner Timmons. Any questions or comments?
I'd just like to say, having been fortunate to sit in on a few of these meetings in the years past, it's nice to have somebody local to come to and guide us through some of these things and help us. And we look forward to a long and lasting relationship with y'all. We appreciate all y'all do. It's nice to have somebody locally instead of having to call somebody from Austin or Timbuktu to ask questions to, and Rush and his staff are outstanding, and he's got a great staff, and we appreciate you getting involved, allowing us to be involved in helping us work through some of these nightmares that it would be without y'all's support. So, I'm tickled to see us do this, to become, partners with y'all and continue growing our county.
Yep, so it should be said, Marshall Economic Development's an arm of the city, and the city funds them, and oftentimes we have projects outside of the city limits that are just in the county, and every time Rush and his staff have helped us, held our hand through those processes, hired attorneys on our behalf, written agreements, reviewed agreements, you name it, and so it only makes sense that we have some skin in the game here as well. $25,000 may not cover the total cost that you've been out, Rush, but we appreciate it. We're happy to hear from you. Come on up.
No, I just wanted to thank this court for actively engaging in economic development, because it makes a big difference when you have these partners, city, county, EDC. It makes all the difference in the world. And we're extremely fortunate at Marshall to actually have 2 certified economic developers, myself and Dr. Felicia Herndon. There's only about 1,000 of us in North America, so there's 2 in Marshall. We know these agreements and how to deal with these prospects, and we're happy to help manage it and also report on it. So we're pleased to do it and happy to be a partner.
Yeah, thank you. And you mentioned something there that I didn't mention that you guys may not know. After we enter into these agreements for an abatement or a 312 agreement that's like an abatement, there's reporting that goes on, and county's not geared up to monitor and report back to the state, and Rush's office, Dr. Herndon, has been doing that for us, which is a great blessing.
We're fortunate. She actually managed Tyler EDC, Tyler, City of Tyler, and Smith County, and Smith CAD.
So this is probably easy for her.
So this is what she does.
Yeah.
So we're happy to have her.
Well, it's been nice that when we sit down at the table on some of these meetings in the past, that, when you've got 3 or 4 entities in there with school districts in the city and the county and different, y'all are more or less what I consider the mediators between the group, rather than us trying to set a meeting together and try to work through some of this stuff. It's just so seamless and smooth with y'all, sitting down at the table and kind of walking all of us through it, because it's new to 99% of us. So
Well, I appreciate it. That's what we do day in, day out.
Well, and obviously we can't do it all by ourselves. It makes sense when we work together. So we appreciate
We're
getting
happy
to
to
work
provide
with you guys.
happy to provide that advisory capacity. Of course, in the end, you make the decision. So, and we know that.
Yeah.
So
Thank you much. Appreciate it. We have a motion and a second already. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes 5-0. Item number 11 is discussion regarding the acceptance of a donation of a 10 Commandment monument from Harrison County First Responders Prayer Force, with approval contingent upon receipt of said monument. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Coos, second by Commissioner Ebarb. Any questions or comments?
I thought we did this already.
I think we've talked about it, hadn't we?
Yeah.
Did we? Was it on our agenda already?
Yes, because I think even Commissioner Coos suggested that it would go at the other courthouse.
Yeah. Maybe we did have it already. I don't remember. We can prove it again. And I can tell you, Commissioner Ebarb and I met with Brad in maintenance and went over and looked at the site. And I'll tell y'all where it is so you can look at it when you go over to see, as long as y'all are in agreement. If you're walking in the main entrance to the other courthouse, to the right is a little marker, looks like a historical marker, and you got the American flag, and right in line with that would be that little marker, the flag, and then this 10 Commandment monument right there in a little grassy area before you get to the little picnic tables and stuff.
I guess we didn't pinpoint the
Maybe
location,
we hadn't
maybe
nailed it down.
exact location where it would be.
But y'all review that. If that looks good to you, that'll be our plan. I think we're still a few months out. I think Brad said maybe 2 or 3 months before they have it completed, but it'll be a very nice marker. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes 5-0. Number 12 is consideration and approval of the annual notification to TDM, that's the Texas Department of Emergency Management, of James McConnell serving as the Emergency Management Coordinator for Harrison County by County Judge Chad Sims, Emergency Management Director. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ebarb, second by Commissioner Hatfield. Any questions or comments? Thank you for serving, Jamie. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes 5-0. Number 13 is consideration approval of the updated membership for James McConnell to be the chairperson of the Local Emergency Planning Committee. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Coos, second by Commissioner Timmons. Any questions or
Fix your
comments?
plate.
That's no kidding. I get emails all the time. I say, Jamie, would you take care of this? And he does. So thank you again. We appreciate you. We got a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes 5-0. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Everybody made the motion. Motion by Commissioner Timmons, second by Commissioner Ebarb. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, our motion passes. I heard the bell. It's 10 a.m. We're adjourned.
Boom, shakalaka. Another one in the books.
Oh, yeah.